When you visit a new place, you always try to figure out what there is to do. What do the locals do? Sometimes you pick up a map like this that's produced by the tourism board. Sometimes you go on Google and say, what is there to do around here? And sometimes you kind of just go explore. I'm in Sioux Falls, South Dakota right now, the largest city in South Dakota, right on the border of Minnesota. There's this unique park here. It's called Falls Park. And there's a lot of history behind here. This is the reason it was settled. This is the reason there's a big ruins of a mill. Falls Park is situated on the Big Sioux River, which was created by the glaciers in the last ice age about 14,000 years ago. It's been settled by many Native American tribes and nations throughout the years before the French explorers came in the early 1800s to settle it. They've been trying to harness the power of this river and falls for a long time, and this is where the queen bee comes in. About 75 years after the first explorer landed here, Queen Bee started getting built. With a conjoined of funding from several different politicians and areas, the mill started its construction. Over the next 2 years, a 7-story building would be built on the shore of the Big Sioux River. The land purchased was about $38,000, costing about $1 million today. With the water being diverted into a massive turbine, it could produce about 800 horsepower through the Big Sioux Rivers and the falls around it. Now that is a lot of power, so it in turn produced about 1,200 barrels of flour a day. This is being named the most ambitious attempt to harness water power west of the Mississippi at the time. But before it even started in April of 1881, there was a massive flood that came through here after the snow melted, which damaged offices and other buildings but left the massive structure in place. In October of 1881, it went online for the very first time. But it wasn't very long before the mill started having financial issues, water power issues, and the lack of high quality flour. Now, like all things, it comes to an end. 2 years later, it defaulted on its loans, owing about $97,000. After changing hands several times throughout the years, it was eventually shut down after World War I. It was left in ruins for a while and ended in a massive fire in 1956. What's left here today is the ruins of it. Some of it's reconstructed, most of it's just the foundation of it. You can still see the grain elevator and the main section of the flour mill here.